And just getting back to Justice Binney's remarks, reconciliation to me is very, very personal. I grew up in a little reserve, born in a little reserve called Hagelgit. I'm from the Wet'suwet'en Nation. And I believe I was born into a time of unbelievable social upheaval in our community. I think I was born into a time where my parents and the parents of every other child in my community and our surrounding communities were feeling the most of the effects of colonization, being confined on reserves, residential school, taken out of your economy, responsibility being taken away and being made to be dependent. And I used to wonder when I was a little kid, what's going on here? There's something wrong with this picture. Why are my parents behaving like this? Why are so many of our young people being just abandoned? It seemed that way to me. So I became a really angry person. And it wasn't until I got into college that I kind of got a handle on it. And I was in this class one time and I watched this movie, Burn. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, with Marlon Brando. It's about a little country, a fictional country that was colonized. And the people within the colonized country were starting to stand up and question and look for respect and recognition. And they sent this guy in there to put them back down again. And when he arrives off the ship, there's a little boy, a black boy, who comes and said, "Can I take your bag, sir?" And of course he hands the bag off to this little boy because he's there to put him back down. And at the end of the movie, he's leaving. And he hears this voice in his mind that says, "Can I take your bag, sir?" So I'm in this class and we're talking about this, and the professor was really peeving me off, because he kept pushing. And I finally responded to him and I said, "Take my bags, honky." And he backed off. But he didn't leave. He stayed in my face and he said, "If you don't get a handle on your anger, you're not going to do a bit of good as far as this all goes, because you'll just end up to be an angry old man. So if you really care about this, if you want to be a part of change here, you got to harness that anger into a different direction and make it work in a positive, constructive way. That doesn't mean you give up anything." That's probably the best advice I ever got. So I spent a number of years working on the Delgamuukw and Gustave court action on behalf of our hereditary chiefs. And we went into the Supreme Court of British Columbia after trying negotiations, after trying in the courts, winning cases after case on technicality, on fishing matters. You speak about Sparrow. And I got home after residential school and hitchhiking around the country. And the first thing I ran into is 13 of our elders being charged for illegally fishing. And the first job I got was to be on the defense team and deal with this. We won all those cases in a year and a day, but we never advanced in terms of recognition of rights or anything like that, because we won them all on technicality. Because we loaded the courtroom and they couldn't identify the person that they were charging because we all looked the same.